got to get into this. Now, we know the refs in the WNBA, complete jokes, Home Depot workers, Target workers, Best Buy customer service phone reps, okay? We know they are not legitimate referees. They do odd jobs. They paint houses. They fix plumbing, all types of stuff. They're not professional referees.
The WNBA is facing one of its biggest controversies yet, and the spotlight is now squarely on the league's officiating. A newly circulated high-definition clip has reignited debate across the basketball world, leaving fans, analysts, and media outlets questioning how a dangerous sequence involving Caitlin Clark was handled on the court. What started as frustration from viewers has quickly grown into a much larger conversation about consistency, player safety, and accountability. For months, many fans have argued that Caitlin Clark has absorbed unusually physical treatment without receiving the same level of protection expected for any player. Those concerns reached a new level after this latest broadcast angle spread online, showing officials with a clear view of the contact, yet allowing play to continue without an immediate whistle. The clip has fueled intense discussion, with many questioning whether the officials made the correct judgment in a critical moment. According to the WNBA rulebook, illegal contact that affects a player's movement or safety should be penalized with a foul to maintain fair competition and protect everyone on the floor. Critics point to the footage as evidence that a significant play went uncalled despite the referee's unobstructed position. Whether it was a misjudgment or another officiating error, the sequence has become the center of widespread criticism and renewed calls for greater consistency. The controversy has only intensified as basketball fans revisit the league's own standards for flagrant fouls. Under official rules, unnecessary or excessive contact can be reviewed and, depending on the circumstances, ruled a flagrant 1 foul with additional disciplinary consequences. Many observers believe the play deserved at least a review, arguing that the visible level of contact warranted closer examination rather than being ignored in real time. As the footage continues circulating, pressure on the league continues to grow. Supporters, former players, and basketball commentators are demanding clearer explanations for the no call and asking whether current officiating standards are being applied consistently across the league. Regardless of where people stand on the play itself, the incident has sparked another major debate about player protection, referee accountability, and how the WNBA plans to address growing concerns over its officiating moving forward.
This is crazy, man. They are all over Fox News getting absolutely slaughtered. Let's check it out.
All right.
Yeah, Harris, that fist to the neck is hard enough to watch, but when you watch this play back, you can see even before that, Alyssa Thomas knees Caitlin Clark in the groin, then puts her fist into Clark's neck, and then nearly stomps on Clark while stepping over her. The ball is already gone by the time any of that happens, and despite...
And we can't forget who let this go down. These are the two that are wanted on the news. WNBA Rico.
Despite a ref being right there, they didn't call anything. Not long after that, Clark was again targeted by what her coach calls another blatant cheap shot that led to her leaving the game with an injury, and again, no foul was called. After the game, the Indiana Fever coach was livid that the officials in the league continue to allow this kind of thing to happen.
Yo, that image is crazy. That is crazy what's going on, man. They all over the damn news again. Kathy, you ain't been on the news since Nafisa Collier blasted your ass after they got eliminated last year by this same goon who is the reason that Nafisa Collier is still out with injury. Kathy, y'all all over the news again, girl. WNBA Rico.
We have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar.
Recent officiating controversies have fueled intense backlash across the basketball community, with many frustrated fans calling for greater accountability from the league. Social media has been flooded with criticism, and some supporters have even urged others to boycott games, arguing that inconsistent officiating has damaged confidence in the WNBA. Whether or not those efforts have had a measurable impact on attendance or television audiences, the debate has become one of the league's biggest storylines. The scrutiny has placed enormous pressure on league officials, referees, and executives, as fans continue demanding clearer explanations for several high-profile calls involving Caitlin Clark. Online discussions have also included unverified rumors about internal disagreements and the way games are officiated. However, no credible evidence has publicly confirmed claims that officials were instructed to allow unfair treatment of any specific player. Even so, the speculation has intensified calls for greater transparency and consistency. Much of the conversation now centers on whether the league's current approach to officiating is doing enough to protect players while maintaining competitive fairness. Every controversial no call or physical play is being analyzed frame by frame, with many viewers questioning whether similar situations are judged consistently across different games. As criticism grows, league leadership faces increasing pressure to demonstrate that officiating standards are being applied fairly to every player. The controversy has also attracted attention from broadcasters, sponsors, and media personalities, all of whom recognize how important public confidence is to the league's continued growth. Whenever officiating becomes the focus instead of the basketball itself, it raises difficult questions about the league's image and the experience fans expect to see on the court. Meanwhile, several players, including Alyssa Thomas, have found themselves at the center of heated public debate, with every physical play generating widespread discussion online. Opinions remain sharply divided, but one thing is clear: fans want consistent officiating, player safety, and greater accountability whenever controversial decisions occur. As the season continues, the WNBA faces mounting pressure to restore trust in its officiating. How the league responds to these concerns could play an important role in shaping public perception, reinforcing confidence in the rules, and ensuring that the focus returns to the competition rather than the controversies surrounding it.
When you have these things continue to happen time and time again, eventually it gets frustrating.
After those videos went viral late yesterday, the WNBA decided to take action, and the punishment for recklessly targeting and endangering the league's biggest star was a single-game suspension.
Disgusting. A single-game suspension is absolutely disgusting, Kathy Engelbert. You ought to fire your damn self.
For Alyssa Thomas, and a flagrant foul, too, that carries a $1,000 fine. The Phoenix Mercury appeared to mock the whole thing, posting and then quickly deleting this meme after the game, showing a Mercury player on the floor. These latest incidents are only fueling critics who argue the league doesn't value and is not protecting its biggest star, who's elevated women's basketball to places it's never been, with record TV deals and viewing numbers, sold-out arenas whenever and wherever Caitlin Clark is playing. Harris?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the stats that were just handed to me right now. I mean, this is incredible, the impact she's had. I'll get into it. Garrett, thank you. Gianna Caldwell, Fox News political analyst, is with me now. First of all, I want to get your idea of her effect in the WNBA as a player. Caitlin's.
Well, I mean, this is pretty clear what her effect has been. One expert puts it in 2024, Caitlin Clark was responsible for 25% of the WNBA's total revenue. 25%. That's massive. The numbers, the viewers.
The league now finds itself in an increasingly difficult position. Many critics argue that if officials fail to address growing concerns over controversial calls, public confidence could continue to erode. On the other hand, any significant disciplinary action against players or referees would likely bring its own challenges and spark even more debate across the basketball community. Regardless of the path forward, every decision is being closely watched by fans, media, and analysts alike. What makes the situation especially complicated is that the conversation is no longer being driven solely by league statements. Fans have taken to social media, podcasts, and sports shows to dissect every angle, demanding greater transparency and accountability. Rather than fading away, the controversy has continued to gain momentum as more people weigh in on how player safety and officiating standards should be handled. Throughout the discussion, Caitlin Clark and her representatives have largely avoided adding fuel to the public debate. Instead of responding to every headline, they have allowed the games, the video clips, and the ongoing public conversation to speak for themselves. That approach has only intensified interest, with each new discussion keeping the spotlight firmly on the league's handling of controversial moments. As long as questions about officiating remain unanswered, scrutiny is unlikely to disappear. Many fans believe the WNBA can strengthen trust by clearly explaining key decisions, reviewing disputed plays when appropriate, and demonstrating that its rules are enforced consistently for every player. Until then, the debate surrounding officiating, player protection, and league accountability is likely to remain one of the biggest stories in women's basketball.
Off as soft, she comes off as weak, she comes off as a brat, she comes off as too.
Or she just wants to play basketball and it's a bunch of goon and thuggery going on right now for no reason. Are we basketball players or are we gangsters? That's what I'm asking, because it doesn't make sense, a lot of this stuff that is going on.
That way, and the reason why she's tried that way is because those women know that they can get away with it, right?
Correct.
So of course, if I'm talking to my son and he's getting picked on at school, right, and then like,
No.
because this is my thing. This is my thing, Acho. Caitlin Clark deciding to fight back and receiving the swiftest right hand to the jaw west of the Mississippi we have ever seen would be a terrible thing for the league. I'm sorry, if Caitlin, because I'm telling you, the reason they're trying them, hold on. The reason they're trying her is because, I wish she got mad enough to come at me. I wish she did.
I'm glad. Hold on, I'm glad we have
that's not a
TJ
good
in the building
idea.
for this. Not yet, TJ, but I'm glad we have my dog in the building for this because TJ was quick to step into a fight. Is someone who's not a fighter, take it from me. People try you until they realize you're actually about that action. And the moment they realize, oh, you're actually about that action, they stop trying you. This is a true story. My coach was coaching Zach Thomas, Hall of Fame Zach Thomas, linebacker for the Dolphins. The first day of practice, Zach.
But what are we talking about? We're talking about women, though. She shouldn't be forced to go in there and have a brawl with somebody. Like, come on, man. This thing has gone so far left and has become so ridiculous. I think people are really losing their minds about it. She's facing being targeted, hate, jealousy, envy. It's that simple. Like, where's the commissioner stepping in? She shouldn't have to punch somebody in the face and tarnish her brand to protect herself. Like, come on.
Thomas, 34-year-old veteran linebacker for the Dolphins, got in a fight with a rookie. His linebacker coach, Will Muschamp, said, hey, Zach, walking off the field together, arm in arm, Zach Thomas holding his helmet and a shoulder pads. TJ says, Zach, why the hell you fight this rookie? Zach Thomas said, Kieran, because the rookie held me. And if I fight him when he holds me the first time, he's going to realize every time he holds me, he might have to fight me. And he's not going to want to fight me every day. And I took that principle, Kieran, and I ran with it. I ran with it going into my senior year after I heard that story. Not because I'm a fighter. Because you got to remember, bruh, every time, they're not going to want to fight you, Caitlin. And so the fact of the matter is, if you just fight one.
As the debate continues to grow, conversations that were once limited to locker rooms and post-game interviews have become national headlines. Fans are demanding greater transparency, stronger accountability, and consistent enforcement of the rules. For many supporters, restoring confidence in the league will depend on how these concerns are addressed moving forward. The WNBA now faces one of its biggest public relations challenges in recent memory. Every controversial call is being replayed, analyzed, and debated across television, social media, and sports podcasts. With so much attention focused on officiating and player safety, league officials are under increasing pressure to show that the game is being officiated fairly and consistently for every team and every player. Video clips from recent games have fueled passionate discussion, while growing public scrutiny has intensified calls for clearer explanations of key decisions. At the same time, the league's response will likely play a major role in shaping how fans view its commitment to fairness, competitive integrity, and player protection in the seasons ahead. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe the officials handled these situations correctly, or do you think changes are needed to improve consistency across the league? What steps should the WNBA take to strengthen trust in its officiating and protect its players? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest WNBA news, analysis, and breaking updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.